Hello everyone. Today I want to discuss with you the topic, changing your inner perspective on the world is the key to achieving peace and controlling your life. My dear friend, did you know that your greatest adversary isn't the outside world, but what you allow to reside in your own mind, every day? In the silence, a quiet battle takes place within you. Not with swords and spears, but with each thought that shapes your very life. And here's a truth that most people never realize: whoever controls their mind, controls their destiny. In every moment you live, a silent war rages in your head. There are no shouts, no booming attacks. Just a quiet struggle between the person you are now and the person you could become. And that war, whether you win or lose, depends entirely on what you allow to inhabit your mind. The Stoics, more than 2,000 years ago, deeply understood this. Without modern brain scanners, without motivational podcasts, they grasped an unshakable truth: the mind is everything. What you think, you become, not just in spirit, not just in emotions, but in reality. You become the embodiment of the thoughts you nurture. You rise or you decay, it's all determined by the quality of the ideas you hold in your head. If you constantly cultivate weakness, fear, doubt, and panic, then your life will become a reflection of those very things. You will attract chaos. You will repeat pain. You will sabotage your own dreams without even realizing it. But if you nurture strength, courage, calmness, and purpose, if you think like a Stoic, you will become unstoppable. You will be someone others trust. You will be someone who inspires simply by their presence, without saying a word. Because at the core of Stoicism is the realization that the world doesn't need to change. You need to change. And that change begins within the mind. Imagine, you wake up one morning and the first thoughts that appear are, I'm tired. I'm a failure. Nothing good ever happens to me. Just one small thought. But it has planted a seed. If you don't challenge it in time, that seed will sprout into a mood. The mood shapes your behavior. The behavior shapes your day. That day shapes your week, your month, and ultimately, your whole life. All from one unexamined thought. The Stoics called this ability praeresis, the capacity to choose how we interpret the world, regardless of circumstances. You cannot control everything that happens, but you can always control the meaning you assign to it. Epictetus said it very simply: it's not events that upset us, but rather our judgments about them. Unfortunately, most people live as if they are victims of their thoughts. They believe that, if a thought appears, it must be true. If they feel anxious, something terrible must be about to happen. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. You don't have to believe every thought that pops into your head. And in fact, most of those thoughts don't belong to you. They are products of fear, ego, painful memories, or the judgments others have planted in you. If the mind is everything, then your task is, protect your mind like a sanctuary. Because truly, it is a sanctuary. There's a saying, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. This isn't just poetry. It's real power. If you think you are weak, life will give you more reasons to be weak. If you think you are a victim, life will prove you right. But if you think you are calm, steady, and resolute, then your mind will begin to build those things from within. You are designing the house of your life with each brick of thought every day. The question is, are you building with solid stone or shifting sand? Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about it, how many times have you worried about something that never happened? How many hours have you wasted arguing with others in your head? How many days have you lost because of stories that never came true? The Stoics understood that, if you control your mind, you control your world. Conversely, if you let your mind control you, then even paradise will turn into hell. So how do you truly change your thoughts? Start with awareness. Every time a negative thought appears, don't react immediately. Pause and ask yourself, is this true? Is it helpful? Is it bringing me closer to the person I want to become? If the answer is no, replace it, not with fake optimism, but with a more realistic, more grounded perspective. You don't ignore the difficulties. You just refuse to give more power to things that don't deserve it. That is the Stoic spirit. You observe. You accept. You act, but you don't become the storm raging around you. You don't need to try to change the whole world out there. You just need to change the way you see the world from within. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. When the mind is peaceful, clarity follows. And when clarity leads the way, action becomes easy. You no longer have to fight against the current of life. You become the flow. If this message resonates with you, please like, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel to build a strong, mindful, and unshakable mind together. Remember, the journey begins within, and it begins right now.